Ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, hit that thumbs up button, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to our channel. So, in this recap, we're going to talk a little bit first about our disclaimer. We're going to talk about why day trading is risky. Then we're going to go into the patterns and strategy that I use today in order to get myself green. From there, we're going to talk a little bit about risk management, and we're going to talk about how you guys can get started for those of you who are newer to the channel, newer to the community, and looking to learn how to trade. So first and foremost, let's jump right into our disclaimer. Guys, remember that I am not an expert. I am not a professional. I'm not a financial analyst, advisor, economist, accountant, tax professional, none of the above. In fact, I'm a non-professional trader. That's what I'm qualified and listed as. And understand that day trading, like any other business here in the United States of America, is risky. It has its pros, it has its cons. And so keep that in mind. And here in the community, it's highly recommended to approach the market in a low risk way. All right. You can do so by utilizing a simulator. That's where you can practice trading the live market with artificial currency. I myself would recommend the DAS Trader platform. It is $150 a month, but that does allow you to trade the live market with artificial currency, try and build experience, become competent without having to risk using actual cash, aka paper trading. Second, you guys can utilize risk money, a small amount of cash that you put to the side to use in the markets, that if you lose it all, it does not affect your life. The last thing you want to do is be a beginner or someone who's just not consistent and be trading with retirement money, family savings, etc. You will more than likely lose it. Don't go off of those success stories of the people that made big bank on like AMC and GameStop. Trading is difficult. Those people essentially won a lottery ticket. They got lucky, nothing more, nothing less. So remember to approach the market in a low risk way. Other than that, guys, I do not invest money for my subscribers. Be careful of fake accounts and impersonating accounts, pretending to be me. I will never ask you for money, nor will I ever ask you for sensitive information. I will never ask you to contact me using WhatsApp or Telegram. Be careful, a lot of spam, a lot of scammers. Lastly, me doing recaps and live streams is not an invitation to try and copy trade what I do. Okay, that's just me showing the world how I trade. You have to have a good foundation in the art in order to stand a chance. All right, with that being said, let's jump into the technicals and the patterns that I utilize today in order to make some money. Now, ending the day here, I'm at $526.79. Not bad. A little bit of a slower day for me. I did not trade one of the other watch list stocks that I have, but that was okay. But as usual, today started off with me coming in and checking out Momo Pro. Links down below, right? Momo Pro, you guys can use the scanner as well and get 25% off for 6 months utilizing code Relentless. All right. So all the way down to the discovery section right here, this is where they have a scanner that shows all the stocks from percentage order, from highest to least. And so I come down on this list right here and I check to see which ones are most active and have a limited amount of supply. So volume and float, shares outstanding. Hey, how many people are looking at this stock and how many shares are available for the public to trade? And so that is a good combination, right? High volume. There's usually, some sort of breaking news or press release slash headline that would cause a stock to go up. And so, when we show up here around 9 a.m., we check and see what has moved higher. And when we came in today, we had a couple of them, right? So AREB is still up here, and this one was up 45, I think even higher at that time, 45%, right? Higher. So I'm like, you know what? This one might not be bad. And so I had it on my list. And you guys will see that this is the same stock here that I was able to make $400 on. So Relentless. Where do you buy? Where do you sell? How do you know when to buy? How do you know when to sell? And how do you manage risk? How do you cut the loss if it's going against you? Guys, there's a system and there's a formula, right? There's a recipe here. So, I never took a trading course. I consumed a lot of content online, and it was a ton of trial and error. 2 years of me just, running into the same brick walls before finally getting a breakthrough. But, I start every day, I come in, I watch all the levels, and the obvious ones, right? The important ones. Let's say, what's the high of the stock today? Well, how high did we go? How low did we go? That creates a range, gives us a channel, an area where we're up and down and going sideways, right? And so after determining the high and the low, I start to watch for technical patterns, right? So we got the high right here, we got the low, and you can see we're sideways in here. And so I did map out another level as well, which was, recently around 8 a.m. at the time, of course, we had a push right here that rejected. And so I was curious about this level. And so, I told myself, hey, and this is what we usually see too over time, right? The history repeating itself. If this thing can get above this level and hold, there's a good chance it goes up more for the high, and it can potentially make a new high and go even higher. And that's exactly what we ended up seeing here on this one. So when it comes down to learning all the patterns, right? Guys, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm to just give every single thing I know in my brain on this video, I would be doing myself a disservice, because then what I'm doing here is not gonna be so special, right? Everybody would be able to do what I'm doing, and I'll just become normal. I know that sounds crazy, but it's why I'm the most transparent trader. I'll actually say something like that out loud. So at the very least, if I'm gonna show people everything I know that's in my head, I have to be at some sort of benefit, right? And it's why I have a course, and it's cheap, very 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 fair. In fact, it's too cheap. But yeah, I do have a course that talks like about all the patterns, the entries, the exits, and not only that, I show all my live trades every day, right? Every single day, talking about why I bought, where I sold, and people can rewind and fast forward. And this was today's trading. Like, we can skip through, come back, rewind, fast forward. You can see all the green trades, all the red trades, and everything, including every single instrument that I'm using here, including the level 2, right? But today we're not going to look at live videos, right? So we're just going to talk about what happened. So let's pull this stock up on E-Trade, AREB. Don't worry, I'm going to still give a little something, right? Because I know not everyone can afford a course, which was my situation. So I'm still going to give a little something for the people out there. So as mentioned, we got up to this area, and it doesn't seem like this E-Trade chart is showing the very beginning of pre-market. But anyhow, so we got over this middle area here around 142, the midpoint, and we started to hold above the level, and it was just surging. And at 44, there was I believe like a 30,000 share buyer, or maybe more, like 45,000, maybe even more than that. And so it held up, and then it surged up over 50, and then boom, it went up so fast, so quickly, that it went into a circuit breaker halt. We've been seeing a lot of these recently, and it's a testament to how volatile the market is right now. So we got into 156. After 5 minutes, we resumed. The stock dips and then rips up. So from 157 to 180, and then that went into a 3-bar play, which was a quick pullback and then consolidation for the new high. So, Relentless, what are you watching at when you're watching the halt resumption? So, we opened up higher, the stock pushes up a little bit, it pulls back, and the moment I start to see buyers coming in, I'm in and I'm selling higher. That's the first entry here out of the resumption, right? So again, we already had an entry down here at 44. This is the next entry, right? That's 2. And now here's the third one. We get up here to a high point around, let's come out of the drawing here just to double check. We got a high point at 180. And so from 180, we drop down to a low of 66. And this is the second entry. So if I'm not in at the very bottom, which is sometimes hard to do, once we start to get the new high right here, I'm back in again. So, back over 75, I'm in, and we get over 80 for the new high. So in at 75, we get over 80 right here as well, and it continues. So there's potentially three entries here. You're For me, either I'm in at 66, which is again hard to tell if we're holding up or we're gonna keep dropping. I'm in at 75, or I'm in at 80, or all three. Some days I'll be in at 66, I'll buy again 75, I'll buy again 80, and then I'll try and sell over the high. Some other times I'm in, out, and today was more so one of those days where I'm in 75, out 82, back in 79, and I'm selling at 85, 90, as we push higher. And so, I'm actively getting in, trading these stocks, utilizing all the free commissions that we're getting here. And, it's something to always remember, guys, that, when it comes to risk management, you have to let go of the trade because logically, it doesn't make sense. And, we are emotional beings, it's in our DNA. We're emotional, right? We have feelings, but that's what separates, the average trader from the elite traders, is that they can manage themselves better. They can manage their emotions better. And, there's no excuse, right? Because this is what we're signing up for. We're signing up for this field. It's like when someone goes to the military, you know, you kind of know what can happen, and there's no real way to really prepare for it until it does happen and you gain the experience. But then even when things get crazy in the moment, and the military is even more extreme than what we're doing here, it's literally life and death. Even when things go south, you still have to react, because that's what's gonna ultimately allow you to save yourself and save your platoon, save your squad mates. In our case, it's what's going to allow us to save our money and give us longevity, keep us in the game, and keep us around, for the long, macro duration, right? So for those of us who are struggling with our emotions, we have to tighten up. We have to tighten up, and I don't have a degree in psychology, right? So it's hard sometimes to know exactly what to say. And there's also the factor of all of us being unique, and all of us having different backgrounds, different experiences, and different problems. So it's a little tricky at times when it comes to the feelings of it. But as a human being, and understanding emotions myself, what I'll say is that we have to find a way to manage ourselves, keep ourselves in check, and have that barrier will never go past. Because you know you're there's like these two voices. Sometimes you know what's right, you know what's wrong, and sometimes we can give into temptation and do the wrong thing. And so what also helps me is trying to live on the path of righteousness, right? In the sense of just doing what's right always. It's not easy. And this is not even with to do with trading. To this point, it's everything. My habits when I'm eating food. Do I want to buy the soda with all the 70 grams of sugar, or do I want to drink a water? It's at every turn. Do I want to speed through this yellow light, or do I want to slow down? And I'm aggressive when I'm driving sometimes, right? So it's at every single turn, everything that we're doing, trying my best at all times to choose what's right. And do there have days where I speed up a little bit through the yellow light? Yes. And then I feel bad about it, because ultimately I know it's something that I shouldn't have done. It's like there's rules and regulations, and we have our own rules, which is to help us keep in check while we trade. So and it's not just those examples, right? There are more. Relationships, religion, spiritually, physically, mentally, going to the gym. Are we going to go to the gym, or are we going to skip the gym, right? Are we going to eat the healthier option, or the less healthy option, right? It's there, it's ever present. The opportunity cost is real, but the most we can do is give it our all. And if we do, I think, for sure we'll never have regrets. So, for those of you who, want to hear a little bit more about the psychology, right there, you guys have it. For the people who are looking to get started and who might want to trade, get started to either trade full time or maybe trade part time, whatever your schedule allows you to do, you guys can check out the day trading course that I have, right? Merciless Markets University, ladies and gentlemen. Merciless Markets. This is where you can learn how to think and act like a profitable trader, right? Trade and think like a profitable trader. And so coming all the way down, you guys can check out our curriculum, right? The MMU curriculum goes over from the very basics to the advanced stuff, and on top of that, it's included a lot much more is included, right? Did I say that correctly? A lot more is included other than just the course, right? It comes along with lectures, Q&As, archives, right? Which is the video that I just showed you guys of my recording. Not only myself, but Marcelo, the other six-figure trader and mentor here in the community, right? A watch list and trade plan every morning around 9 a.m. Low latency streaming via our Discord. You get access to the inner circle in the Discord, which is just designated to the MMU students only. You have a one-on-one mentorship and lifetime access to the Relentless Trading chat room. And coming soon, mid-month, mid to the end of the month, we're gonna be streaming some scanners, and we're gonna be streaming halt levels. All right, so feel free to utilize coupon code Vegas. For those of you who are gold members, right? Coupon code Vegas will work for silver or gold. Silver and gold is the options, whether annually or quarterly. So if we come all the way down, you guys will see yearly is $9.97, quarterly is $5.97, and of course it is subscription based because of all the things we offer. But as to mention, 40% off either or. And for the gold members, one lucky gold member will be selected and will have a chance to win a free all expense paid trip to Vegas for the weekend of November 10th to the 13th, where we'll be attending the Traders for a Cause conference. This is a day trading seminar that goes down. A lot of big traders will be there, and it'll be a great time to learn and hang out with myself and Marcelo. All right, so we're going to do a spin the wheel. And, if you want to give yourself more of a chance to win, you can, of course, follow us on social media and send in a 15-second clip, right? Send in a 15-second clip talking about your favorite MMU edge. So when we go down to chapter 24, going over all the patterns and edges that we trade, right? You have the bull flag and all the way down to the halt setup, right? Which is what we kind of just mentioned. So yeah, check it out, right? Check it out, guys, and feel free to join in. Anyone who might not want to join the course but still wants to be a part of the community, you guys can feel free to check out the Relentless Trading chat room, all right? The Relentless Trading chat room has now 3,900 members. We're growing like a wildfire here. And check out the profit loss section. I was just checking in to see how the team did today. And we did exceptionally well, right? For all those who posted, you got crispy trades, $2,900, man. Just an insane amount of money. Man, Tim, shout out to Tim, man. Tim just absolutely cooking it up like Steph Curry on the court with 3.7K today. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Lucas, small red day today, but not too bad considering the big green days he's been having recently. The orange names, by the way, are students. And so shout out to BMAC as well. Pex in here in the building. Mr. Man in the sim, 2,700. Nicely done. Way to go, man. Way to go. We got MX trading in the red down 4K. So bigger red day here for MX. But this guy's probably already up 50,000 on the month or something crazy, man. These guys are absolutely insane. We got Marcelo, the other mentor, 1,800 on a day. Mozo down 2,500. Lost on SWIN. But, not bad, right? We got mostly green. Some people will have bigger or smaller days depending on the size they're using. Some people might be in a simulator practicing. And it's all in good faith. So with that being said, guys, check out those links down below. You know what, before we head out, let's just take a little look at what day trading is doing for me here so far this year. Relentless, for the few hours that you come and trade every day, How well are you performing? How well are you doing? Is this something that I even want to do myself, right? For the viewers out there who are watching on and asking themselves, is this something that's feasible? Is this gambling, right? So let's go to January 1st, 2023. Here you guys will see, I haven't imported so far for September, but you guys will see all my green versus red days here up to August. And no, I'm not one of those people who will just show the calendar. I can click on each month, I don't mind. We can go through day by day, month by month, and you guys can see it all. So when we go to the detailed section, you guys will notice $116,000, guys, with an average of $700 per day. This is an insane amount of money, and we're not even scratching the surface yet. We're going to keep pushing, we're going to keep being better, we're going to keep improving. Win-loss versus days, we're at 75% green versus red days, 126 green days, 40 red days, and you guys will see we're absolutely destroying it. So we're going to keep it up, we're going to keep pushing, we're going to keep getting better. I hope to see you guys on board, and it's going to always be a beautiful day, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow already. So it's been your favorite YouTuber, and if I'm not, I will be pretty soon. It's been Relentless Trader. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later.